Hello everyone, it's Big Alski. Well, we're in day 5, part 1 of our Ninja Gaiden 3 Ultimate Ninja series. Here, even though you get Genshin's Blade, I guess it's the Blade of the Arch Fiend, I guess. I never paid much attention to all that stuff. You know, everything's, if it's the sword, it's always just like the dragon sword, or the scythe, or the claws, it's always, something. I'm not good at paying attention to the names of the weapons, if there's multiple ones. And, I'm also not good with the names. The guy was asking me, what's the move called? The on-landing 360 move. And I have no idea what it's called. To me, it's called the on-landing 360 move. So anyway, and just like, jumping on their heads, I think it's, wind run to wind path, or whatever it is, I just call it X plus A, so I'm pretty sure by now y'all, know what I'm talking about when I say X plus A, and on landing 360. So, having said all that, in this fight, take out your scythe, try to, kill the dogs as fast as you can. You can see I kind of, got grabbed a while ago. I throw the shurikens out to try to, stun the guy so I don't land into one of their grabs. But, even on, at this level, it's still going to happen. So, but they can juggle you a lot if you don't, always throw the shurikens if you're going to land in a super, in a group of them. And again, I'm trying to OT that guy, and it doesn't OT him. And, it's a little frustrating right there. You do want to try to OT them as fast as you can, because if they are steel on boned and delimbed or hurt or whatever, they will they like to chase you down, and you'll see that happening a couple times. I got a little lucky there that guy was fixing to jump on my head, and the tip of my scythe hit him, and stunned him from that. Also, the shurikens, cancels out the distance that you're going to, travel. So, if you're going to jump a certain amount of feet and you throw the shurikens, that's where you're going to land. So that's a good thing to, if you think you're going to, jump too far away, you can throw the shurikens and cancel it out and, land at a different distance. So that's also, good to help you with, with that, as well as, making sure they don't try to grab you when you land, or, some of the other things that can happen to you. I found on this one, I always go in and do the on landing, just because they tend to pop up no matter where you are, to grab you. So it's just safer, to do the on landing. Because they'll jump up. Here I am trying to get my OT again. They'll jump up and knock you down and grab you and all that stuff. So the on landing going into a bunch of mages is always, really the safe, bet to do. You can Azuna drop, or the splash damage from the Azuna drop will, knock one of the, knock that other ninja off the ledge sometimes. Again, I should probably target the mage that I wanted to target, since you can do that. I just don't do it, but, don't forget that that's a part of it. Even though I really don't use it. So that last fight and this fight is something that, you have to fight continuous, but, going into this fight, if you die, at least you'll start, at the beginning of this fight. Now remember, when you do the steel on bone in the air, you always want to land with the with the on landing 360. And of course, I get nailed a lot trying to get the OTs. You would think I would learn, but now that guy that I killed on the steel and bone, he's going to be chasing me. So you really got to be careful with that. And if you get into an area, especially in some of the later chapters where there's more of the ninjas, and you steal on bone about 5 or 6 of them, you can pretty much count yourself as dead, because they're going to, and there's a missed OT again. So I keep trying it. But you can pretty much consider yourself dead, because they're going to jump on you in mid-swing. I mean, it happened a few times in here. I could make a pretty good blooper video if I just saved some of it. But, doing the OTs, the reason you really want to do them in this fight is because that's going to build up your Ninpo meter faster. And then, there's pretty much 2 waves here. I mean, you can see how much that built up right there.
I'm going to carve it. Burn him. Enemy. I've been well fought, well done.
Now see, I kind of take a chance here. And I missed, and see, they're all right there ready to get me. So this time the UT with the scythe worked good. The last time it did, but when this fight's coming up, I have a little bit of a problem, but you'll get a chance to see it. And again, I tried to OT, but it wouldn't let me. Now I'm gonna skip all this bridge stuff and going across the ropes, and I mean, there's no really need to see any of that, crap.
I've been waiting.
This fight just kind of work your way back and forth, and because the bugs are going to be coming in, so you really want to, take advantage of the 360, because they will, jump on you, and do a lot of damage. See, there's those guys coming towards me. You want to make sure you finish OTing those guys. And there's just a bad, I didn't throw my shurikens out like I wanted to, and the guy jumped on my head. So that's one reason why, you really want to, do that in the chapters with the ninjas.
Well fought, well done. I've been waiting. Feel the pain. We need more men. You know what to do.
And sometimes in my old reflexes, I'm so busy trying to look around to see where everybody is at and what I need to do. When it's time to do what I need to do, I forget to do what I need to do, and that cost me a few times too. Again, I'd have some pretty funny bloopers. If I just took the time to make that video. They'd probably get more hits than all this crap.
Well fought. Get around it. If I die, you die with me. Feel the pain. Well fought. Well done. If I die.
Again, just trying to OT. But that UT, killed everybody. Now you can save right there. I guess you're supposed to, but I don't. I don't know why. Because if you mess up on this fight, you have to start back, you know, at the previous fight. But, you know, since there's not that many enemies in here, I'd rather save and know going into the fight after this that I have a full health bar. And, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, because if I had a bad fight here, you know, I could just load up the save. But, so it's really, you know, whatever preference you prefer, I guess. See, that guy's not even close, and I pressed Y next to this guy. It's still a little frustrating. I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but I don't know why I act like I should be surprised, but I am, I guess. Again, trying to OT the guy. Should have been able to OT him after an Azuna drop, but again, I shouldn't be surprised. So here's where I save. Switch over to, you know, the dragon sword, or, you know, whatever sword it is. You know, I still unboned the first guy because I missed my, you know, X plus A. And then, you know, when I went to go OT him, it didn't OT. You know, it did the strong Y attack, so I figured I might as well, you know, finish out that attack to Azuna drop the other guy. I mean, that's a strong move right there, but, you know, for these fights, or for these guys right here, it's just much safer to, you know, jump on their heads. And notice how that guy was facing me, but he still threw it backwards behind him. It was actually pretty cool. You know, I'm trying to mix in a couple slide Ys, you know, with the, you know, after I'm jumping on the beret guys' heads. Again, this fight right here, it's not very good at all, but again, that's the whole thing. Just you know, taking your time and applying what you know, you can have some bad fights. And there's the slide Y I was trying to work on getting right there. But, you know, applying what you know, just can help you grind through these fights. You don't have to play perfect to get through this. And I do like the UT on this. There I am trying to get my OT again. Because the UT is going to kill 5 enemies with it. So jump away on landing 360. So it's not that bad. You might be able to do that with the scythe, but you know, this just seems to work a little bit better for me, jumping on the heads. And you know, there's too many variables using the scythe in that other fight. You know, they can jump on your head, you know, with you not knowing it, or the invisible guys can come in there. So, but on this fight, you know, I really prefer using the scythe. And you see how fast it OT'd that guy right there? I don't understand why all of them can't be that fast and quick. But again, I shouldn't be surprised. See how I use my shurikens to stop the, you know, the distance. I wasn't going to go as far as I would have. So, you know, again, that's beneficial too. I mean, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but there was a good example of it. You know, even though I kind of watch the videos before I do the recording, you know, it's hard to remember everything when it's time to record. Now watch, these guys are coming after me here. So, you know, sometimes I have an idea of what I want to say. I should probably write it down, but, you know, I just kind of do the recordings on the fly. And the reason I'm saving my Ninpo, and you'll see why here pretty soon. Now this is why I hate using the scythe right here. I missed everybody. I had 4 guys out there, or 5 guys out there, and missed everybody. And see, I tried to jump away and ended up jumping straight up. So I knew I didn't do what I wanted to do, so I ended up throwing the shurikens to give me the little extra height so I could on-landing 360, so I could still be safe. So let me get my OT out of that. And now, you know, why even mess with this guy? You know, again, you don't need to do that. You can sit there and Ninpo him, you know, when he's in the other form. So save your Ninpo for that guy right there. But unfortunately, it's not going to fill your health up that much. But you know, you're going to have another one coming out here again, so you want to get those OTs in to build up your Ninpo meter. See, that was very bad, me jumping into that. I saw it coming and I still did it. And remember, you can, when you're doing your 360, you know, you can target, you know, one of the enemies. If there's, you know, a guy left or right to you, push in the direction of the enemy you want to target, and that's what Ryu's gonna, you know, end up, you know, picking up. Now I found it doesn't do that, you know, after when you're like chaining it, but on the initial one, you know, you can do that. I think I talked about that earlier, you know, I think in day 1. So here, you know, I knew the other guy was coming out, bide your time, and then kill him. You know, kill them all. But that's it of this part of it. You know, he goes through and has the whole bloody arm thing or whatever, so I'm going to cut all that stuff out. There's no need to watch any of that. But that's it for this part, and we'll see you in day 5, part 2.